Considerate ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to roll. It's almost Mardi Gras time, and I have someone here that has been on the show a couple of times to talk about the upcoming parade. It is none other than Goose Boudreaux. Goose, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Alvin.
Well, Goose, it's a pleasure to sit down with you, and I want to just say thank you for my beads.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I do have some other beads here that I have draped over the chair and everything. You guys are getting geared up for the 7th annual Krewe of Mask Mardi Gras Parade.
That is right, and this is going to be a sensational year.
Wow.
We have so many new entries. We have our first animated float.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
and
before we get into the floats and everything, because I know most people have seen you on, but tell us just a little bit about yourself, first of all, if you don't mind.
okay, Krewe of Mask is a group of people that love Mardi Gras. We put together a parade, which is family friendly, and all of our kids ride floats and have a good time throwing beads. And we have been in existence now, participating about 7 years, and we're getting new members, and we're getting a lot of people interested. But of course, a lot of people they don't understand Mardi Gras, and it's not something that they're familiar with.
Right.
So we're trying hard, and we have a website, which is kreweofmask.com.
Okay.
It gives you a lot of interesting information, as well as pictures of our parties and our groups. And if you're interested, please contact us.
Very good.
We're just there for family fun.
All right. And I know that you have I know that in the past there have been 2 other gentlemen that have come on with you.
Absolutely.
Mayor and co-captains, John Cashin and Ken Gordon. And I got to ask about them. Why they left you by yourself today? What's going on, Goose?
Oh, I don't know. It's raining, I guess.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Ken is a doctor, so he's working.
He's working, that's right.
And John lives on the top of a mountain, so, it's raining and it's harder for him. So they said, okay, you do it.
You do it,
So that's why I'm here.
They send the best.
Yeah, well,
they send the best, right.
They try, and they're
Absolutely.
wonderful.
They
and
are.
of course, we have a new co-captain, and his name is Peter Anderson.
Okay, yeah, I
And
know
he's
Peter.
a great addition to our group.
Very good. Now, Goose, I know that this is the 7th annual, and I know that the viewing public perhaps have gotten accustomed to the parade route kind of going in reverse of other parades. And this year, you guys are changing that route up a little bit. So we want to make sure that we talk about that.
Absolutely.
So talk about where the parade will be staging, starting, and the route of it for us.
The parade will be staging at the skateboard park.
South Bend Park.
South Bend Park. And we will go down Main Street, and the action probably starts at that first stop sign. And we will go to Harrison Street,
right by City Hall.
right, and they turn left, and they go to Church Street and turn left.
Right.
And then they will go all the way down Bull Street and go back to the starting point.
Very good. And I know that every year, I think everybody gets excited about the King and the Queen toasting. And this year, because the parade route is going to be going in a different route, we're going to be sitting up in front of the Marriott Hotel, I understand.
Right.
Okay. Talk about what will take place there, if you don't mind.
The Marriott is where all of our bands and our groups will do whatever they do. They will play their songs, march, dance. Action will take place at the Marriott.
At the Marriott. Okay. All right. And this year, we have the King and Queen, one who we already called their name just a moment ago. Go ahead and tell everybody who's the King and Queen of the parade this year.
This year, the King is Ken Gordon, and Dr. Ken Gordon, and his Queen is Cheryl, his wife,
Right.
Gordon.
Now talk about the need for the King and Queen. What's symbolic about having the King and Queen of the parade, if you don't mind?
Every Mardi Gras group has their King and Queen. They have a different King and Queen every year, and they ride the royal float, and they are over our domain for a year.
Okay.
That is our, king and queen.
Okay.
And I mean, we're really excited because we've got a lot of new things this year.
Very good. And talking about riding the Royal Float and a lot of new things, and then before we came on, you were telling me there's over 60 entries in the parade this year?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of new floats, a lot of new entries.
Okay.
And we think it's going to be a really good parade.
Yeah, and you were telling me about one float in particularly, I think that it's going to really kind of get the crowd riled up a little bit.
We have our first animated float.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a super edition.
Okay.
And it's something that I don't think we've seen come down the streets of LaGrange.
Yeah. We're looking forward to that.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
We won't give it away. We'll have to let the public come out.
You have to wait and see it.
That's right.
Because it is fantastic.
Absolutely. Now, we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about the parade route, talked about the king and queen, but we didn't tell everybody the most important thing. When is it going to be taking place?
Okay, it's going to be February the 11th. It rolls at 7 p.m.
Okay.
It's a lighted parade. We'll be throwing doubloons, beads, cups, frisbees, stuffed animals, and we expect it to be a great time. We have an after party at the Brick House.
Oh, okay.
And it's open to the public. And tickets can be gotten from the Brick House or from the website, kreweofmask.com.
Very good. Now let me ask you, and I know everyone may put you on the spot, but the moon pies. Talk about the significance of the moon pies, because I know that those are being thrown as well.
That's right. We have members from Mobile and New Orleans.
Okay.
And of course, moon pies, actually are thrown in Mobile. However, Kimball, I think, bought moon pie. And we throw the Kimball bars. I'm not sure.
Oh, the little
crunch bars.
Okay, all right.
And we also now throw moon pies.
Okay, very good.
And it has a little note on it stuck to it.
Okay.
From the crew.
From the crew. All right. So because Mobile had the moon pie, so we got something that's manufactured here in LaGrange that
actually now.
All right. Well, very good.
All stuff from home.
All from home stuff. All right. And speaking of home, of course, there's going to be some. I understand you guys have two bands that are going to be playing.
Oh, we are so excited. We have 100-man band coming from South Carolina, high school band. We also have a 50-man band coming from North Carolina.
So we have two bands coming from out of state.
That
will be in the Mardi Gras Parade.
Yes.
And these are high school bands.
These are high school bands.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
We are really excited.
Yeah.
And then we're working with a group, a college group from Alabama, and their group may come. It's not a definite right now, but they're working on it.
Okay.
So we're just overly excited.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of new things.
Yeah, sounds like it. Very good. And we, again, you talked about the familyness of this parade, the things that will be thrown and given out, and then the after party. Then there's somebody else. You guys, not only do you have a king and queen of the parade, but you also have a parade marshal. And this person is somebody that I know a lot of people know and have had an interaction with her at some point in time in their careers. Talk about who the parade.
We are really proud this year. Barbie Watts is our parade marshal. And Barbie has been a friend of KOM, Krewe of Mask, from the beginning, from the inception. And we really are happy with her this year. And she's going to be a great parade marshal.
Yeah. Okay.
Because everybody knows Barbie.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's a lot of people, if you've been in the downtown area,
that's right.
You know Barbie Watt, that's for sure. All right.
Yeah.
The parade marshal, king and queen. And again, Goose, if you don't mind, tell us when it's going to be taking place. And we want to make sure we go over that parade route again, just so that people understand.
It is going to be February the 11th. And it will roll at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And it will start on Main Street It will go down to
Harrison
Street.
Yep.
It will turn left on Church Street. And it will go all the way down back to
South Bend Park.
South Bend Park.
Okay, very good. This is going to be an exciting, and this is a nighttime parade too.
Yes,
Just want to make sure
it's
that people
lighted.
know
It's
this is
a
a
nighttime
nighttime parade.
parade.
This is the, other than the Christmas parade, I think this is the only nighttime parade that we have here in the city.
Yeah.
And we know that the community will come out. It's a lot of fun. And I noticed that the entries are really, really growing over the course of 7 years. You up to over 60 entries already, and 2 bands.
Right.
So this is an animated.
Right. And our
float.
New animated float.
So we're gonna. This is gonna be exciting.
This is going to be an exciting year, and a lot of fun. You know.
Absolutely.
We have interesting things happen to us this year. We had some ladies that went to the parade last year for the first time, called us and said, we want to be in the parade.
Very good.
So they're doing their little float, and I think, you know, hopefully they'll finish and be in the parade, you know. But
good.
Things like this is what it is. It's a family-friendly organization. Our kids work on floats. You know, their friends work on floats. And my granddaughter and her girlfriend are finishing up her mother's float.
Okay.
Today they're working at the den where all our floats live.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a great thing.
Okay.
And you know, you are welcome to join us and hopefully understand and see what kind of organization we are.
Very good. Well, Goose, I know that the public's going to come out. I'm looking forward to covering it again this year with my, I'm not going to call her my co-host, but with host April Ross. It gives us a great joy to work together to cover these various parades in our community.
Oh, that's
and I just want to
great.
say thank you for coming on and sharing this information. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the 7th annual Krewe of Mask Mardi Gras Parade that will be taking place here in downtown LaGrange on February the 11th.
Yes.
Goose, thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, thank you, Alton.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, being joined today by someone from our community has been very instrumental in a couple of things, walking trail and a number of other things. But today I'm being joined by Bob Gehring, who's the manager at the Goodwill facility over on Commerce Avenue, to share some wonderful things that they're doing in our community, mainly around taxes. So Bob, talk about what's happening over at you guys' location.
Yeah, so one of the things that Goodwill has been doing for quite a while, for 10 years actually, is to work with the IRS. It's a program that the IRS started years ago.
Okay.
To provide free taxes, free tax preparation for anybody that makes under a certain income. Now it's gone up to $60,000. Okay. So anyone, you know, who's listening, or you know who's listening, we'd love to have them come by. We'll do it for free.
Wow.
They don't have to give up a bunch of money. We are a drop-off site here in LaGrange, so meaning we don't have the people that will finalize the tax return. Okay. But we will get all the information needed, scan it safely to Columbus, and it will be back in less than 5 days.
Oh, wow.
Business days.
Okay.
And the folks will be able to come in and send it. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can send it electronically. There's nothing that needs to be done. So, yeah, so it's exciting. We did it. We started last year thanks to the Troop School System. Our building was not open yet, so we did it at Clearview Elementary.
Okay.
And we got off to a good start, did about 60 folks. We hope to have a much bigger turnout this year. We've already had quite a few sign up. Now, let me just give the timing for this, okay? Yeah. So we are starting next week.
Next week.
So next week on the 30th, January the 30th.
Okay, January
right?
30th, all right.
Going all the way through till April 18th, which is the end of the tax day.
Okay.
The only tax returns we will do at that in this time is 2022. Okay. If you have previous tax returns that are incomplete that need to be done, we'll be happy to help you with those, but they have to come in May. That starts May 1st. Okay. But so. And what we need you to do, those of you that are interested in this, is go to the Goodwill SR site. Goodwill, that stands for Goodwill Southern Rivers. Okay. All right. And it's Goodwill SR www.lavrange.org/VITA, which stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. And there they will lead you to designating the time you'd like to come to the LaGrange Career Center on 319 Commerce, and we will be delighted to see you and help you get through this.
So basically, it's kind of like you making an appointment.
Yeah,
come over,
that's right. You need an appointment because we
Okay.
expect to have quite a few
Great,
people. And
great.
is what you need to bring is you need to bring your Social Security card for you and any other, your spouse if you're filing jointly or other family members that are in part of the file. And the real card, not a copy.
Give you a copy of it, so you actually
Also,
an
an ID that has a picture on it,
okay.
as well as all of the W-2s
Supporting
and the other
documents.
forms that you
Yeah,
need,
okay.
and if you have it, a copy of your 2021 return, which makes this easier.
Just got it. Okay.
You can bring all that. We'll get you in and out of there in a half hour easy.
Very good. Bob, this is great information for the public. And I'm glad that you all are providing those services. And hopefully, well, I know the people, if you had 16 last year, it's going to double, triple this year, because definitely, I know that you're starting early. So thank you all for providing this service. And it's free, ladies and gentlemen, it's free. So that's the best thing about it. Bob, thank you so much for sharing that information today.
You're welcome, Alton.
All right. Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure that I always get an opportunity to sit down with someone from Visit LaGrange to kind of give us an overview of things that are taking place in and around our great city. And as always, the person that does a wonderful job is none other than Lynne Holle. Lynne, welcome.
Thank you, Alton. I appreciate it.
Well, great. You know, I know there's a lot of things going on from January the 30th through February the 5th, and I know you're the lady that can tell us all about it, right?
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to City Scenes. I'm your host, Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. We will be discussing the events that will be happening in LaGrange and the surrounding areas during the week of January 30th through February 5th. So let's get started. Beginning Saturday, February 4th, from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m., Leaving LaGrange Better Than We Found It litter cleanup. The public is invited to join the City of LaGrange for its February 2023 litter cleanup at the LaGrange Fire Department headquarters, which is located at 115 Hill Street. If you would like to join, just show up. They will provide all the supplies. They're always looking for partners. Church groups, civic groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, businesses, schools, everyone is included to help leave LaGrange better than we found it. Want to join? Contact Michael Collignio at mcollignio@lagrangega.org. Also on Saturday, February 4th, from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m., Behind the Mask 2023 at Delavant Event Center. Behind the Mask is back. Join them on February 4th for a revamped event. Each year, a royal court of king and queen candidates campaign for your votes in order to win the crown of king and queen mask. $1 equals one vote, and these funds are raised to ensure that vulnerable children in our community will receive the help they need to heal from trauma, neglect, or difficult life circumstances. Please note, guests must be 21 or older to attend. And finally, on Saturday, February 4th at 7:30 p.m., Pure Life House of Music presents Chris Edmonds and Friends. Chris Edmonds was born in South Carolina and as a teen migrated to Georgia. He attended LaGrange College, got a degree in acting, won the Arnett Award for Best Actor, and wrote a musical performed numerous times by the school drama department. After a move to Atlanta, he founded and was lead singer-songwriter for the Swinging Richards. They enjoyed success with some regional hits, national exposure with their videos, and appearances with some of the biggest names in rock. Their live shows were always the place to be. Later, he would occasionally appear solo or with his own groups, playing shows from South by Southwest to the Bluebird Cafe. He continued to write and record. After a recent 3-year stay in Nashville, he has returned home to record and release his first solo album, Blue Flower Moon. Tickets can be purchased at www.purelifelagrange.com/tickets-1. Pure Life House of Music is located at 206 Clark Street, LaGrange, Georgia. Those are just a few of the events happening in LaGrange for the week of January 30th through February 5th. We hope you can get out, have fun, and stay safe.
Wow, Lynn, a lot of great stuff there. So we definitely appreciate you coming on and sharing this information. And we know the public will come out and take full advantage of all of the information that you gave out to us today.
Oh, sure.
So
Sounds like it's going to be a great week.
It is, full of things to do.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for sharing, okay?
Anytime.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for City Week. Joining us for City Week this week, my guests have been from the Krewe of Mask 7th annual Mardi Gras Parade, Goose Boudreaux, as she talked about the parade that will be taking place here in downtown LaGrange starting on February the 11th at 7 o'clock p.m. And also remember, ladies and gentlemen, the route will be changing. It will be staging at South Bend, traveling up Main Street, turning left on Harrison Street, and then traveling down Church Street back to South Bend Park. So make sure that you take note of that. Come on out and enjoy a family-friendly parade here in downtown LaGrange. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this for City Week this week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.